I got to tell you, you heard Jake say that they only scored 7 runs in 3 games, and they were the best offensive team in the majors during the regular season. And for the Indians to hold them to 3 for 21 with runners in scoring position, on paper, the Indians were not supposed to win this game,
right,
and they pulled it out. Yeah, we're going to Citi Field this time, and no, you guys are not watching a Vikings game. It is Thor night at Citi Field as Noah Syndergaard gets the start on the mound for the Mets against Madison Bumgarner and the Giants. Top of the 4th, Denard Span trying to spark some offense for the Giants, but he's going to be thrown out at second. As you see here by the replay, Jose Reyes holds the tag as Denard Span's foot comes off the bag, so he is out. Even when the Giants tried to challenge it, the play stood, and he had to go back to the dugout. Top of the 4th still, runner on first now for Hunter Pence, and Syndergaard gets Pence to swing and miss to end the inning. Bottom of the 5th, runners on first and second for Noah Syndergaard, and Madison Bumgarner gives Syndergaard a taste of his own medicine as he gets him striking out swinging to end the bottom half of the 5th. Top of the 6th, Denard Span at the plate. He's going to sneak one to center field. That one is good for the Giants' first hit of the game, and that'll take the no-hitter away from Noah Syndergaard. Top of the 6th still, runner on second, Brandon Belt. Belts one to center field. This one is going to be caught by Granderson as he smacks himself into the wall. Curtis Granderson, if you thought he couldn't do it, here's a slow motion replay as he catches the ball and slams into the wall. Brandon Belt, one of the only people in that stadium that didn't like that.
I think
for sure. We saw that in game 2.
Well, it's also a matter of how he performed on the field. In the first 2 games, he had the double in game 1, and then he had 2 RBIs in game 2. So we saw this guy can perform. Yeah. We saw that he's capable of coming back from an ACL tear so early.
I also don't believe that a risk of re-injury is that big of a deal for this guy.
It's absolutely ridiculous that he didn't put Britton in over Ubaldo. Ubaldo had a 5.44 ERA, and Britton had a 0.54 ERA, as you see on your screens. And it's also Zach Britton's job to get out of situations like that.
Right.
He is the Orioles closer. So for him to not put a guy in with a 0.54 ERA is literally the worst thing you could do in a situation like that. The guys and I are going to break down the World Series and how it's going back to Wrigley Field in Chicago, tied up at 1 game apiece, and we're going to break down the return of Kyle Schwarber.
So guys, let's wrap it up here. The Giants got past the Mets hurdle, but we got the Cubs coming up. We got enough?
I don't think they're going to get past the Cubs. I mean, they have a big 3 in Madison Bumgarner, Johnny Cueto, and Jeff Samardzija, but the Cubs pitching staff is just way too good with John Lester, Lackey, Hendricks, and Arrieta. These guys have been dominant. 2 of them are up for the Cy Young Award, so they're, in my opinion, there's no way, even if it is an even year, even if they have all that magic, there's no way that they're going to win. The Toronto Blue Jays are facing elimination here in Toronto in Game 5 against the Cleveland Indians. Top of the 1st, Mike Napoli's bat answers the call as that one bounces off the wall and left, but Carrera is going to bobble it, and Francisco Lindor is going to come across to score all the way from first to give the Cleveland Indians a 1-0 lead early. Top of the 3rd, Carlos Santana does his best impersonation of Jose Bautista as he watches that one sail out of there. The Cleveland Indian fans in Toronto giving Santana a standing ovation as he crosses the plate, making it a 2-0 lead for the Indians. Top of the 4th, the veteran Coco Crisp sends one of his own over the wall and right. That's going to pad the lead for the Indians, making it a 3-0 ball game as Marco Estrada's struggles continue early in the ball game. Back in Cleveland, the fans are having quite a year as the Indians try to go all the way to the World Series. Bottom of the 9th, Troy Tulowitzki trying to salvage the season for the Blue Jays. He's going to pop it up into foul territory, and Carlos Santana makes the final out, sending the Indians to the World Series.